Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Monday, August 4th, 2025. A convicted sex offender was arrested on suspicion of failing to register. On Wednesday, San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies assigned to Yucca Valley contacted Clarence Coyer, a 64-year-old transient in the 3700 block of Surrey Avenue in Yucca Valley. Coyer is a convicted sex offender, and a warrant had been issued for his arrest because he had allegedly failed to register with San Bernardino County for more than 30 days. Coyer has been arrested several times in the last 2 decades for failing to register as a sex offender. Clarence Coyer was arrested on suspicion of failing to register as a sex offender and violating parole. He is being held at the West Valley Detention Center without bail. If you're seeing smoke in the sky here in the Morongo Basin, it's coming from a wildfire currently burning north of Santa Barbara. The Gifford Fire is currently burning across 65,000 acres in the San Luis Obispo area. The fire began on August 1st, and as of this morning is only at 3% containment. Winds carried smoke into the high desert yesterday, resulting in gray skies and poor weather quality. The National Weather Service reports that southwesterly winds will continue to bring hazy to smoky conditions across portions of southeastern California and southern Nevada over the next few days. The San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors convenes for their first public meeting in more than a month. On their agenda is an increase to the special tax for the San Bernardino County Fire Protection District. The board is expected to increase the tax per parcel by $5.31, raising the parcel tax to $182.32 for fiscal year 2025-2026. The board is expected to approve a reimbursement to the 29 Palms Branch Library. In July, the library's safe was stolen, and it contained $312.70. The Board of Supervisors will use funds from the county's property tax revenue to replenish the stolen cash. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said that the break-in at the 29 Palms Branch Library occurred on May 12th while the library was closed. They said they do not have details as to how the safe was stolen, and no arrests have yet been made related to the theft. The board is also expected to approve nearly $150,000 in funding for vector control services to the town of Yucca Valley. This will allow the town to continue their mosquito control program through June of 2026. A new shuttle will transport residents of the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center to destinations in 29 Palms. The shuttle service, called Shuttle 29, is completely free for active Marines and operated by the 29 Palms Band of Mission Indians. The shuttle service was launched on Friday with a ribbon cutting. Annalise Kuiper was there and joins us with this report.
On a very hot and windy afternoon, folks gathered in small patches of shade outside the Joshua Tree National Park Visitor Center at Freedom Plaza in 29 Palms. They were waiting to attend the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the inaugural launch of a free shuttle service for Marines, which will be provided by the 29 Palms Band of Mission Indians in partnership with 29 Palms Marine Corps Community Services and Joshua Tree National Park Visitor Center. This free shuttle will provide much-needed transportation for base residents, as well as a safe ride home after a night on the town. The shuttle is available to anyone with military ID and/or a 29 rewards card. On Fridays, the shuttle will run from 4 p.m. until 25 minutes past midnight. On Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays, the hours will be from 10 a.m. until 25 minutes past midnight. There are 4 stops: buildings 15, 18, and 1024, Freedom Plaza, and Tortoise Rock Casino. As the shuttle will provide transportation to Freedom Plaza where other bus routes offer rides to areas further west, businesses along the way may benefit from the additional clientele. The shuttle program, vehicle maintenance, and drivers will all be provided by the 29 Palms Band of Mission Indians. The shuttle will be known as Shuttle 29. The schedule, route, and other information can be found at shuttle29.com. 29 Palms Band of Mission Indians Chairman Darrell Mike spoke a few words of thanks and gratitude to all who attended. 29 Palms Mayor Stephen Bilderain, along with City Council members April Ramirez, Octavia Scott, and MacArthur Wright, also attended the ceremony and participated in the ribbon cutting. A few guests climbed into the shuttle to admire the interior. It is a very fine vehicle indeed. However, attendees soon dispersed to escape the wind and the late afternoon sun. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
Despite federal budget cut debates in Washington, funding for water and sewer projects in the high desert remains fully secured and moving forward. Reporter Hillary Sloan spoke with the High Desert Water District to clarify the status of current funding and what it means for Yucca Valley residents.
For now, proposed federal budget cuts will not affect water infrastructure projects in the high desert. Phase 2 of Yucca Valley sewer expansion is fully financed through a $103 million state grant, ensuring construction can begin without additional public assessments or increases in monthly water bills. This is a marked change from Phase 1, when homeowners were assessed over $18,000 each to fund the infrastructure. In this second phase, homeowners will only be responsible for the cost of connecting their private property to the new sewer lines. To assist with these connection costs, the USDA's Section 504 program offers low-income households 20-year loans at a fixed 1% interest rate and grants for qualifying seniors. Funding is limited and managed on a waiting list basis. Looking beyond the sewer project, HDWD is working to secure $750,000 in federal support for the Drought Resiliency Initiative. The proposed project would recycle treated wastewater and replenish local aquifers, strengthening safe water supplies for future generations. Jennifer Cusack, communications lead for the High Desert Water District, highlighted the importance of bipartisan cooperation in these efforts.
High Desert Water District is grateful for the bipartisan support at the federal level for water infrastructure investments, which are vital to the health and resilience of our community. We are especially thankful to Congressman Obernolte for requesting the $750,000 in community project funding for our drought resiliency program. This funding will help ensure reliable, safe water service for our customers. Now and into the future, we continue to look for ways to access federal and state funding to help our community.
While future federal cuts could affect later projects, current funding guarantees that Yucca Valley can meet state groundwater protection mandates and protect property values without placing new financial burdens on residents. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
Old Woman Springs Road will continue with nightly paving operations this week through Thursday, beginning at 7 p.m. and going until 6 a.m. in the mornings. This week, work activities will include northbound lane closures with flagging operations beginning near Eureka Road. Approximate flagging wait times per side are expected to be around 20 minutes, so plan ahead and be mindful of work area signage. The work is part of Caltrans's $21.9 million pavement rehabilitation and shoulder widening project for Old Woman Springs Road. And finally, the 2025 Desert Star Awards, recognizing the finest performances in local live theater in the Coachella Valley and Morongo Basin, announced their nominations last week. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas shares more about the bounty of recognition to local theaters.
The Desert Theater League, who for the past 39 years have been recognizing local theatrical excellence with their Desert Star Awards, have announced their 2025 nominees. Morongo Basin theaters were recognized with 107 nominations, led by Theater 29 with a record 37 nominations for their productions of The Sound of Music, Seussical the Musical Jr., Jesus Christ Superstar, Musical Mischief, and Then There Were None, A Streetcar Named Desire, Clue, and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. The first annual Joshua Tree Shakespeare Festival garnered 7 nominations for their production of Twelfth Night. Joshua Tree-based Thought Theater garnered 4 for their production of The Mountaintop. New touring company Inspiration's Edge got 4 nominations for their sole production of Late Company. And Joshua Tree Theater Under the Stars brought in 3 nominations for their production of Waiting for Godot. For a full listing of all nominees, check out this story at Z107.7fm.com. Award winners will be announced at the Desert Star Awards dinner October 19th at Sun City Palm Desert. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News. I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.